Hello! Today is a very special day on Merry Meet the Monster because today we meet the Jackalope. And also we have a very special guest who knows a lot about this wonderful creature, Mab JustMab. But first, some background on the cryptid itself. The Herrick brothers of Douglas, Wyoming stuffed the very first recorded jackalope, mid-centuries 1900s. The brothers had taken a mail-order taxidermy course, and as a self-taught adolescent pre-internet high school hobby taxidermist, I found this very relatable. They put their jackalope on display and its fame spread. Once the world became aware of the jackalope, the fame of both the cryptid and the town grew. To this day, Douglas offers jackalope hunting licenses to tourists every year. The creature has a wide range of astounding qualities and abilities. It is just possible that some of their qualities are exaggerated as a boost to local tourism. Purportedly, these creatures can mimic human speech and song, and do so to confuse hunters. Their milk is hard to come by, but has both medical and aphrodisiac properties. It's hard to come by because in the wild, these cryptids are so extremely dangerous and aggressive that hunters are encouraged to wear stovepipes on their legs as armor against low-to-the-ground jackalope attacks. Both jackalopes and those that hunt them drink whiskey. Good to know. Unrelated, worthy of mention and without any irony, is the terrible Shope's papillomavirus that attacks regular rabbits, creating horrible knob-like tumors that can resemble horns and tusks, creating a tragic parallel to the true jackalope. Animal lovers should not do an internet search of this topic. But now, on a happier note, we are blessed to have an expert on these elusive creatures, DC's own sideshow gal, Mab JustMab. Not only do we have an actual, real, live jackalope, but we have an expert on these amazing and unique animals. Let me just wax melodic for a moment about our expert. Mab JustMab and I have been friends, compatriots, traveling companions, circus nerds, etc. for so long, I scarcely want to say that it's definitely more than 20 years. Please welcome to our format, Mab JustMab and Mr. Bug.
Hi! Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Hello, hi.
Hey. So, yes, thank you so much. I was very excited when I saw your calendar definitely included jackalopes this year because I don't think there's enough love for these poor misunderstood creatures. And, you know, this little guy, he's very shy. He's actually a very senior jackalope. And I have to keep rocking her else he'll get a little restless.
So cute.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Come on, little
boy. Hello, Mr. Bun.
You want to say hi? Come on, say hi. Oh, look at the guy.
Oh, look how cute.
They're very affectionate. So, yeah, I'm doing hospice care for this guy. I was very lucky to be given this opportunity. He was found. He's a European jackalope. There's fun discussions about that. A lot of people are more familiar with the American southwestern jackalope, which they have the straighter antlers and their fur is a more over even tawny color. He's a European. You can kind of tell because he's got the dapple in the fur and you can see the shape of his antlers. Go on, say hi, little buddy. Okay.
Oh, he's so sleepy.
He's just starting to get up. Fun fact about jackalopes is they are nocturnal.
What?
Yeah, they are nocturnal. And another interesting fact is only the males have antlers.
What?
Right? Yeah, well, and that's why people if you see a bunny at night, it could be a female jackalope. You don't really know until if you stop and look at its teeth. So you'll see come on. This is probably too soon. I'll give him a minute. He doesn't want to open his mouth. I don't want him biting me.
Everything that I have read, I don't know if this is true of the European jackalopes, but everything that I have read suggests that they can be No offense, Mr. Bun. They can be very aggressive and be very dangerous. So.
Oh yeah, actually they are. They historically are. They're built to be very. It's a defense mechanism. They want to like get at you and scare you away. Like if you're a big giant badger or whatever, and like you're like, I'm gonna eat you, and this little son of a biscuit is coming right at you with their little antlers, you're gonna be like, this guy knows something I don't know, and this guy thinks he can take me. Maybe he can. I don't know.
He's pretty sure. We have a miniature rooster right now. It's a bantam, and it is the smallest rooster I've ever seen, and he is definitely coming into that same like. You don't know. Maybe I turn huge. Maybe I'll just bite the underside of your ankles. Like he's getting more aggressive, and it doesn't make him less intimidating because he has more to prove. Oh, look at it. Oh, so cute. So, I mean, how did you come to find yourself in the world of jackalope rehab? Honestly, I've known you so long. I don't remember when you weren't in this field. Like,
it's actually not as long as you've known me. Definitely, I've only done it for. I'm guessing 5 years, fuzzy math on that one. Oh. I've always been fascinated with jackalopes. That's probably what you're thinking of is, I dig them. And a lot of people are like, oh, they're mythical creatures. And I'm like, no, they're actually very close to extinction. They're hunted because they're considered pests or taxidermied for novelty collections and stuff like that. So, and they're very, very rare. But I got into it, I think about 5 years ago. I was reading on yes, there do exist forums for jackalopes. And, I signed up for some training on how to do care and rehab. He is my first so far. I'm still waiting for any other assignment. But since he is in hospice care, right? Like I said, he's definitely a senior. I have to wait until there's another opening. And again, since they're so rare, it's not very common to see a lot of people. Oh, come on. All right.
Is it, reading about them, of course, and, the internet is a dark and scary place full of information and misinformation. So, one of the things I read about them is that they drink whiskey. So I don't know if that's true, but I brought some whiskey for myself in honor of that legend.
Oh, are you serious? Look, you said whiskey and he's burnt.
Can you tell?
I don't know. I don't think but you said he burnt up.
He definitely looks interested. That's the most energetic I think I've ever seen him, Mr. Bun.
No. Well, like I said, they are nocturnal. So, and it's 8, and we normally do daytime festivals, and so he's like groggy and wants to hide. And I have a little pouch that I carry him in, and sometimes I carry him in a basket.
Oh, so, is it a marsupial pouch?
It's a marsupial pouch. So do you want to see if he'll eat or?
Yeah, please. Okay. I'm sure that the viewers are entertained to find out anything they can because, unless you choose to go to Wyoming or whatever part of Europe has them.
He's not into this. He's like insulted.
I'm sure people are.
Whiskey.
It's carrot whiskey. I'm sure that somebody has made, if you can make vodka out of a potato, I'm sure somebody's made some kind of something out of carrots.
What else do you make vodka out of? Question mark.
Bananas? I don't know. I'm new to home brewing. I mean, well, let me ask you, again, I recited the litany of facts, for the watchers that I was able to find, but what are some fun facts about jackalopes that we might not know?
Okay. Good question. Let's see. They are nocturnal. I love that one. They are hunted to near extinction because they are considered pests in some parts of the world. And they have a very aggressive mating season.
Oh.
Yes. So I know I have seen pictures of American Southwestern jackalopes during mating season, and it was terrifying. And they were like, "Don't go out at night in this area. It's mating season for jackalopes." And yeah, no, don't go out there. People are like, "Oh, you could wear armor or you could carry a big." I'm like, "No, just don't go out there." I mean, they're endangered. We want to preserve the species. We want to encourage mating, but that's definitely one of the problems too. Is a male jackalope will take down another potential suitor, so that's not good for the gene pool. But I mean, it is good for the gene pool. But I mean, if you're endangered, you kind of want them all. But
right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they typically don't do well in captivity. A lot of people used to take jackalopes and cut off their antlers and keep them as pets. I know, because they didn't want the antlers to like hurt somebody. And yeah, I've been hurt. Yes, sure. But you expect it, and like he'll get like surprised. I didn't mean to shake you, buddy. They'll get surprised and they'll jerk their little heads. And, sure. And I got to be aware of that. I got to. I've just
working with goats and sheep. It's like
same thing.
Some of those long male goat horns, they only kind of have the proprioception to know where the ends are. They're just counting on the company that they keep to be other things with hard heads that aren't concerned about getting poked. So, I mean, just looking
but if you get them under there with another jackalope, you kind of put them underneath.
It frames your face in a way that is like adorable and also terrifying, because I'm actually glad you're wearing eyeglasses. It makes me feel better.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, again, this shows my ignorance, but is that a thing? I know with people who work with certain raptors and like herons and those long-billed birds, like eye protection is actually a thing because they instinctively jab at shiny things, right, as if they're hunting fish. So they'll like they've killed rehabbers before by going through their eye because they see the flash of sort of liquid that is your eyeball and spike somebody right in the brain. So I know that eye protection, that's my question. Or are you just smart enough to know when not to get bucked?
Yeah. I do wear eye protection. Okay, yeah, a little bite there. Sorry, I get distracted.
Admittedly, your charge is moving slower than probably when they were younger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't know. I hate telling this story because it is very sad, but we think he was attacked by dogs because his injuries were not consistent with that of another jackalope, and he had a wound around his spine, which nowadays is kind of double down sad because of my other pet that is also paraplegic. I've had him for years, so I had experience handling paraplegic pets. And now this is the first moment I'm actually realizing that's sad. That is really sad.
I mean, it is sad that there's, I mean, tragedy, of course, is tragic, but I'm just glad to know that there's somebody who can handle that, because what you are willing to do for them is impressive. I have human children and it's a handful, they're slightly more rational.
And they should theoretically take care of themselves.
Yes, eventually they should be. I guess that's part of it. Is that part of what I appreciate about the work you do, particularly I guess in this case, it's not so much in Bun's case now. It's not so much rehab as it is hospice, right?
Hospice.
You're trying to make a graceful transition, give somebody dignity. My dependents, in theory, should become more independent and functional over time, and yours maybe not so much. So it's very kind of you to spend that time doing that work. So speaking of the good work, I want to say I have seen you take Mr. Bun out to do events, as part of your, I don't remember what it's called, but
outreach and education. Yep.
Thank you. Yes. I was going to say Mabbo's Rehab League, but that's not the name of it. As part of the work that you do, interacting with regular people, I mean, for sideshow people and so forth, some of the world that we know each other from, cabaret and so forth. We have maybe a wider margin for the unusual than some folks.
That's true.
But I've seen you, take Mr. Bunn to meet a lot of people who probably don't have opportunities like that very often. I find it admirable, and I'm sure you've had some interesting experiences.
Kids can't get enough of it, and adults have a hard time with it. But oddly enough, when an adult is given the facts and the proof, they're like, oh, okay, that is a thing. That's a real thing. But with a kid, if they've got it in their head that he's fake, they're going to try and poke his eye. They're going to try and yank his little antlers. And the kid is going to get hurt because nobody likes to get their eyes poked out or their antlers yanked on.
Right.
So I have to be like, no, over there. And then I'll let the kid, hold their hand out. He's really good about it. You hold your hand out nice and flat and far away from your face. I'll hold him, and I'll let him, sniff their hands, and he knows.
I can pretend it's them. Oh. So cute.
He's so cute.
That's adorable.
So yeah, he'll nuzzle some hands, and then I'll win them. The kids are charmed after that, and I love that they live in a world where they've seen a jackalope, because who knows how much longer that's going to be possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do? It's like, what is the actionable item as far as jackalope support?
Well,
polar bears were like, no more polar bears. Well, what can we do? Well, you can make vague, big goals about global warming or whatever, but what can I actually do for polar bear? Is there anything I can actually do for jackalopes?
Look, as a sideshow person, this is going to be a very difficult thing to say, considering my collection behind me. But I typically I'd say, discourage recreational taxidermy of jackalopes.
Yes.
I don't want people hunting them anymore, but it's not illegal. They still offer hunting licenses in parts of the world because they are considered a pest.
Sure.
And, they don't care how endangered they are. It's like, they eat my crops and they do so much damage and they attack people and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, but if you leave them alone and let them do their thing, they're not going to eat your crops, and they're not going to,
habitat.
You give them the habitat, you give them an area. Yeah, all of those things. Exactly. It's all those things that we need to do.
It'd be nice if they could,
I was just thinking about now my current job with the National Wildlife Federation. It's all aligned. This is really freaking me out how much my life has changed in the past year, and Mr. Bunn is so prescient to all of it.
Yeah. Oh, that is so touching. Golly, I'm sure I have a lot of really smart questions to ask you, but I'm just agog at how cute he is, and
a lot of people want to know, what do jackalopes eat? That's number one question kids ask me. And so what do rabbits eat? What do rabbits eat? Go ahead, tell me, what do rabbits eat?
In my experience, electrical cords. But, because I tried to keep rabbits in the house when I was a kid. But,
you're really good about not eating
crudités, carrots and crunchy greenery pellets made of I don't know what.
Yep. Rabbits are typically vegetarian. Jackalopes are omnivores. They will eat meat, and they will eat vegetables. They will eat whatever they want. And maybe he'll let me do it this time. Let's see if I can do it. Open up. You can see his teeth are not the teeth. Come on. He hates it when I do it, but he lets me. Are not the teeth of a omnivore. These are not rabbit teeth.
Right, no.
Yeah, if I hold
they're kind of because he's so rabbity. It's kind of scary to see such chompy teeth in there.
Yeah, they can be vicious. Look at this little. Yeah,
it's a lot of dentition for such a tiny chomper. So omnivores, that makes sense actually. You know, like a Trash Panda or any of those other guys who are.
Oh yeah. See, you can see a lot of the similar teeth
Mhm.
shapes
Yeah.
to like trash pandas and
Yeah.
what not like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have? I mean, I assume they like do live birth. They have litters or.
Yes, but
Pups
none
or
of the
kits or
babies are
whatever.
born with antlers, although I have seen such cute pictures of little baby jackalopes with little tiny nubs coming out. I would hate to be the jackamom.
Right.
You're like, nope. Actually, and here's the other thing too. They do not have large litters. It's like maybe one or two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Again, endangered. I wish they would.
Right. Oh, sleepy guy.
Hopefully, I need to get him some proper dinner.
So adorable. Is there anything else that our watchers might need to know about jackalopes? Well, I just want to reach over and pat him.
I know.
I've patted him at your house before with great care. I fancy myself an animal person, but
like I said, and it's always uncomfortable for people because they're like, "Oh, he's like paraplegic. Am I gonna hurt him?" I'm like, the damage has been done, dude. You can't unring that bell.
Don't drop him. That's what I suggest.
From a great height.
Exactly. Don't drop him from a great height. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mab JustMab. I hope that anybody who gets to watch this video, if you have any questions about jackalopes and their lifestyles, the rehabs of the rich and famous, whatever it is, that you will reach out to us so that we can pass that on to Mab JustMab. You can also find her on the internet at, I don't know, mabjustmab.com or something.
Yeah, everywhere. Mab JustMab, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Diggity-toggity. Aw.
Diggity-toggity.
She's on all the things, so you can find her. Also, I should mention, actually, Mab JustMab was instrumental in helping to make the Yuletide Monsters Advent Calendar possible, not only just because she's always been a stoic supporter of the arts and my process, but she actually helped with the color, the black and white registration of the stuff itself and with layout. See, I don't even have the words for it. She took the pictures and helped make them into a thing that wasn't just a pile of these. I've got all these that I made, which are not a calendar.
Nice.
And she was able to help turn these into a thing that you probably have if you're watching this. So among her many talents are helping people like me to make things for people like you. Well, thank you, Mab. I guess I will let you and Mr. Bun go, lest he wake up and become an energetic typhoon.
He's not going to run anywhere. I have a little.
And thank you everyone for watching. And thank you, Mab JustMab, and thank you, Mr. Bun. I think that'll do. Bye.
Happy Yule.
Thanks again, everybody, for being here for our Merry Meet the Monster with me, Madam Monsa, and our special guests, Mab JustMab and Mr. Bun, our very senior jackalope with a lot of energy to share. And please join us tomorrow for the next video here at Merry Meet the Monster. Bye!